another yard sale haul because it is spring and spring means yard sales around here. Today I had a list of 4 different places to go to. One was a church sale, like a parking lot sale, and then 3 community yard sales. And then the plan was to, look out for yard sale signs along the way, which there weren't that many. There were some that I didn't follow because they didn't have a date. They didn't necessarily look crisp, like they were new. And I am like over following signs that lead to nowhere. Anyway, I actually found more community sales than I initially had on my list because they didn't show up on my normal research places. I don't have a ton of stuff. And I actually think I bought a hat at a yard sale, the first yard sale I stopped at, and it's not in my car. And I'm thinking, I don't know, like when I go to the yard sales, I don't lock my door and I have my window open. And I wonder if someone stuck their hand in my car and took it because this is the second time that I've had a hat missing. But the last time it was a baseball cap and I thought, well, maybe it fell out or something when I was in and out of the car. But this is a big wide brimmed red hat. So I don't understand how it is gone. Unless it's in one of these, I stuck it in one of these bags, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, if I did lose it, it was $1 and it wasn't necessarily a great pickup. So we're going to start with the church parking lot sale. I have 1 bag from there. It turned out it was donation only and they didn't say how much, which I wish I had known when I was shopping around. Because, I mean, obviously I needed to give them a certain amount, and I think I should have taken a few more items for what I gave them, but whatever. I would have probably ended up with some pieces that I didn't need anyway. Let's see what I did get. This is not a great brand, but I like saying it, Desigal, because I learned how to say it right. And it's an adorable crossbody bag. I don't know if this is Y2K, but it's cute. Then I picked up, I actually threw these in after I found out about the donation thing. And they are and there's a handbag, and that also I threw in. So it ended up, whatever, I paid what I paid. This is a pair of Birkenstocks. This is not the best style. And the footbeds are dark, but I can still see the size, which is better than half of the Birkenstocks, or most of them that you find at like the bins. And they are a size 41. The tread's a little worn, but they're definitely, it's the season for sandals. I won't list them high. We'll see what happens. I did not comp these, but I know they're a fairly popular style for flip-flops. They're Havaianas. And I have found Havaianas at yard sales, and they're always charging. Like the last yard sale, I found a pair of Havaianas. He wanted like $12 for them. So they had 2 pair like this. The other pair were quite worn, whereas like the picture was all faded, and this one, they aren't. So these are a size 41.5. If they were my size, I'd consider keeping it because somebody once gave me some Havaianas as a gift, and I wore them until they fell apart. But I'm not a 41.5. This is a lovely bag. It's Tignanello. I don't know if you pronounce the G. It's not a great brand, and I wouldn't have bought this I wouldn't even have bought this at a, if it was on a rack for $5. But it is a really nice leather. It's clean. It's very functional. So I would think I could list it for at least $35. I don't know. Wilson's leather. I find this a lot here, and it doesn't do that well for me, and yet I pick it up, but only if it's very inexpensive, or something really special. Like I picked up a Wilson's at a bag sale, which was really inexpensive, but it also had like priced everywhere at like over 100, and the comps were good. This is a buttery soft, like butter leather, cute little jacket. but it's an extra small. I tried it on, and if I didn't button it up, I could wear it and it'd be cute. But I will list it, and I will not list it high. I don't think there's anything here I will list high. I feel like I've found this brand once before, and I looked it up, pieces like this for this brand, and the comps were very interesting. It is Rule 925, a heavy sweatshirt jacket. It's got some like paint there, and there's another spot where they have it, but I was able to peel some of it off, so I'm hoping that I can scrub it off and that it won't leave a mark. But if it does, I'm still going to list it. This is definitely not something I need to list too quickly. It is a Burton size medium snowboard ski winter jacket, blue on blue. Burton is not my favorite brand to pick up anymore. It doesn't sell for as much as some of the other snow brands or sell as quickly, but it's a good brand, and I do pick it up. And I imagine it will sell at some point. I'm trying to decide if it's a men's or women's. I guess let's see which side the zipper pull is on. In case you want to know. The zipper pull on the right means it's a men's, but not every company goes by that. So we'll see. When I try it on, if it fits, like, I'll know the difference between a women's medium and a men's medium. I didn't look comps up for this. This is Calvin Klein, and I have often talked about my love-hate relationship with Calvin Klein. Size 14, but this is a coat. And I liked it, so I'm like, it's a classic coat. How can I not be able to sell this? Not for a huge amount. Got those little, like, martinet, that little, like, faux belt in the back. If it was my size, I would try it on and consider myself the backup, but it isn't. Oh, I see now it's missing a button. So what I will do in a situation like this, rarely do people button the top button. So I will move this button there and then see if I can find a big button that I can replace it with. I have thousands of buttons for this very reason. Let me see. Or if I don't have one, then if they did want to button it up, they could button it this way and they just wouldn't button it this way. I don't think that's a big deal. It's not ideal, but it's okay. All right, second and only final bag, because I didn't get that much today. The bright side of that is I, want to go to the bins as soon as it gets too hot for yard sales, because I haven't been to the bins for a while. So I'm trying not to overload my death pile one way or the other. So it's not a spectacular haul, but I've got some things I feel good about. I like this style. They're men's boots. They're, a little scratched up, and they are red back spider, and it's Australian, made in Australia. So I was like, let me look these up, because some scratches on something like a sturdy boot like this, it's not going to be a big deal. I looked them up, and the numbers looked very promising. So I don't know what size it is. They didn't know what size they were. I didn't look that closely at size, so I will have to figure that out. I mean, it may be in there. I'm not sure. If I find it, I'll mark the size. But I'm looking forward to trying these. New brand. This is a cable knit cardigan. It feels really good. I don't necessarily do that well with cardigans, but the prices at this yard sale were excellent. It felt like good quality. It didn't have the name on it, so I found the side tag, and it turns out that it is Vince with a period. And the fabric content is 50% merino wool, 30% nylon, 20% cashmere. So that's good. And is there a size on it? It's an extra large. The buttons are on the left, so it's women's. Not a rush to list this, right? Okay. I bought this. I didn't look this up. So, you know how like you learn brands from other resellers? I had never heard of this brand. And then all of a sudden, I think it's a store and they sell other brands. Maybe it's like an Aritzia situation or Anthro. And then all of a sudden I heard this mentioned on a reseller video, and then they mentioned it on every video. And I'm like, I've never found anything. I'm not familiar with it. I don't retail shop. I don't go to malls. So I wouldn't know. So when I found this and it wasn't expensive, I'm like, I'm just getting it so I can have had that brand in my closet. And it is Ever Eve. It's been dry cleaned. Who dry cleans this kind of thing? It's a blue, long knit, stretch knit dress. That's all. Pretty color. I don't know that, I don't think it would do great, but it's good for the season. Let me see what it's made out of. It feels like a cotton knit, mainly a cotton knit. Well, it's not wool, I know that. Okay, so it's polyester, rayon, and spandex. Okay, so it's a summer dress, which is just what I need right now, right? Then I got at one yard sale where I also got this. And these are Good American. Good American's another brand that if you watch other reseller videos, they'll say things like, it doesn't do as well as it used to. Well, I don't know how it used to do because I had never found it. And then I found a pair recently at a thrift store and I listed them at $70 and they sold pretty quickly, full price. So I'm like, well, I'll try Good American again, especially because these are, I don't like that they're pink. No, let's get that out of the way. But they're a nice wide leg, short, wide leg. So really, really good for the summer. And there are pink people out there. I know them. They're very, very pink. So we'll see. Didn't look that up. They had two of these. And I only bought one because this one was new with tag. And I figured if I'm going to try it, I don't need to try it twice. I couldn't find a size. It's a Michael Kors blazer, men's jacket. Is it men's? Good Lord, there's no buttons on this. Somebody cut off the buttons. Well, that is not a problem because obviously I can find, there's only 2 buttons to begin with. Ugh, how did I miss that? It's new with tag. I should have checked the other one to see if it had buttons. But I can find 2 black buttons and put them in there. It feels very good. Okay, I'm not as happy about this. But it's 75% wool, 20% silk, and 5% cashmere. Great fabric. I can't find the size, but it doesn't, it's not super big. Like I could wear this. It feels good. All right, I can live with this. Oh, it's a 38 short. It's right there. So I don't know. Would you have picked this up? Who knows? Okay, only 2 more items to go. This, while it did not have a tag, which is good because you charged more for things with a tag, it's a swimsuit. And it does have the hygiene thingy. And I don't really pick up swimsuits I don't do well with them. And even though it's summer and it's a good thing to have in your closet, I mean, I found 2 swimsuits that were nice, and I was just like, no, I don't do well with swimsuits. But this one, where's the brand tag? Is Farm Rio. This is only the second time I've found Farm Rio for my closet. The other one is a little short romper, which hasn't sold yet, but now I've had it twice. But this is really cute. It's like a bikini, but it's attached, so it has that there. If it was a one piece and it didn't sell, I would wear it, but I'll do a tankini, but I don't like to show skin in that area. Oh, 2 more items. I thought it was 1 more. We're going to start with this one because the other one I have to talk a little bit about. This is a pair of Converse, but they are the Comme des Garçons. Comme des Garçons. These have been around for a while, so I already knew in my head these are not going to sell for a ton. And I offered him a little bit less, or her, or whatever, a little bit less than they were asking, and so I was comfortable with that, with the price. And I decided to give them a whirl because I think they're kind of cool. And they are a size men's 8.5 or women's 10.5. So a little bit on the small side for men, but maybe it'll sell for women. Should I put this in the men's category or the women's? I used to put them in both, but then I have to remember to delete one, and there's the whole deleting thing on Poshmark. So I don't know that I want to do that. I might have to. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, last item. Oddly enough, let's start with, do you buy things that are that have issues? Are you one of those people that just doesn't ever? I have never been that person. I do buy things with issues. I'm being more selective now, so a lot of times if there's issues, that would be a reason for me not to pick it up anymore. Also, depending on the issue and the issue versus the brand, an issue on a Gucci is going to be more okay than an issue on a, American Eagle or whatever. So this is MacDougall, size 6. It still has this. I don't know that it's new. It has the, my wheels went over it. It's weird. It has the security thing, but it doesn't really count if it's been cut and tied in a knot, because you can take it off and tie it in a knot and then, and cut it and then put it back on, and they're not going to take it back. But between that and this, I don't know. I don't know if they wore it or not, but it is flawed. Ugh. Keep rolling over it. Look how pretty this is. It is all lace, midi length. I don't think it's a maxi. It hits just above, I would say just above my ankle. It's got this beautiful beading, but like I said, it has some issues. Here is a loose thread. And I know I found, here's a loose bead. And there's some pulls. So I've got to hang it up. I've got to fix it up as best I can. I will either cut some of these threads, or I will just put it on a needle and weave it through. In fact, that's more likely what I will do. And then, I even thought when I picked it up that I could just remove all of the beading. But these flowers are pretty, so I'm not going to remove all that. It's going to take a little work. So no, I wouldn't have spent a lot of money on this, but it was $1. $1. Would you have picked this up for that? Even if I can't do a great job, or even if you're somebody who doesn't do it, I'm sure that I could list it just like this at, say, $40 and make a good profit on it. But I would like to fix it up because that's how I roll. So curious if you would have picked this up. Okay, I just had to pop in real quick to tell you about the hat situation. And by the way, that Farm Rio bathing suit, this is what it looks like on. Anyway, I got into bed last night and I realized that besides the red hat, I had bought another hat that didn't make it into the bag. And I'm like, what is going on with the hats? So I couldn't sleep. So I went down to the car and I took my flashlight and I looked everywhere and I found the red hat. It had fallen onto the floor and kind of gotten under the seat. And the other hat that I had purchased yesterday was there as well. Still no sign of the one I lost a couple weeks ago or last week. Anyway, this is the hat I was talking about. I have no business buying this type of hat because I have a few and they just don't sell. I think I've sold maybe one or two, over the years. But I don't have a red one. It's Ralph Lauren. It has this nifty buckle on it. So for yard sale prices, I was like, I'm just going to buy it. I mean, I would love to wear a hat like this, but I don't really have the occasion, the outfit, and red is not a color I normally wear. Anyway, the other hat I bought, this one I'm seriously considering keeping. It is, let me show you, it's Wilson's leather. It's suede and like stretch knit. This folds over, which I think you could fold down. It's so cute. It needs to be reshaped right here, I think. I'm hoping that I can do that. I don't know why it looks funny on one side and not the other. Maybe it just needs to be pushed out. I don't know. Anyway, it's very interesting. It's very different. And you can pull this down if your ears get cold. So anyway, those are the hats that I picked up yesterday. Back to the video. Okay, that is everything. Thank you for watching. I will be back next week, I'm fairly certain. It will not be a yard sale haul because I can't go yard sailing next weekend. I mean, unless no, I don't think I'll be able to hit any yard sales. So whatever it is, I do have a sourcing thing scheduled. And so it will probably be a haul and probably not be a very big one. So thank you again. Hit the like button on your way out if it's not too much trouble. How much trouble could that be? And I will see you in a week. Oh, one more thing. If you don't know, I also on Monday all Mondays, I release a short reel of what's sold. Some of these weeks have been a struggle where I thought I wouldn't even release one because I wouldn't have enough sales to make it worthwhile. And then at the end, I made a few more. So if there isn't one on a Monday, it's only because, I don't have anything to report. So check those out if you're interested, and I will see you. Thanks again. Bye now.